Hey there, Brick fans. Welcome back to another episode of Brickmad Live. Good to have you all with me. And today we are going to be making further progress on the milk stand. Plus, I've got a few little bits and pieces we're going to be doing, like catching up on my advent calendar, which is going to be a lot of fun. And just poking that one out. I have already built it with my sons, but I needed a version of my own. Hey, Mateo. So yeah, we'll be building this one today. I've got my coffee with me this week. Hopefully, I've gotten past all of my audio debacles, and this one is sounding okay today. So let me know if it's not, and I might actually just kick off some tunes as well. So, any problems with audio, feel free to let me know. As with last week, hey Brick Goblin. I do have my reference up here for the a whole bunch of different stuff, but the milk stand is obviously what we're looking at today. I'm going to try and do a few things for this kind of sidewall, because I will incorporate this sidewall into the build. So it'll be interesting to try and figure out this type of I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like a kind of like extruded markings on there, and it happens throughout Batuu. So I'm going to have a look and see a few different techniques. I'm thinking like maybe either like extruded wedge plates or something like that, but we'll get into that. Cheers, Mateo. I'm glad the audio is finally good. How you all doing today? Bits out. Hey Ben Briggs, how you going, man? I don't know, the box of stuff. I don't know where it has gone. I was building stuff last night. I think maybe it's gone. I'm missing. Yeah, pretty good, Mateo. Just been building away, getting very close to Doc Ondar's finished. So I'm just working on the interior for that one. And a few extra little bits and pieces on that, and I'm hoping that my lights for the chandelier for the interior are going to be in today, so that I can put that one together at night. New profile pic, eh? Yeah, it's real tiny though, Ben. Like, it's hard to see it. Which is maybe not good feedback. I'll have to have a look later, because you're tiny on here. Maybe I can make this bigger. Hang on. Yeah, cool, man. When did you change that, Ben? Oh, just today. Cool. What was the reason for changing? Just wanted something different? I got a whole bunch of pieces in the other day, so that's that there. Yeah, right. I haven't changed mine in like a year. I probably won't either. It's kind of like my branding. So I might update it one day. So the milk stand's kind of getting to a point where it's waiting on parts for some stuff. But I did incorporate this little gold kind of piece instead of this is actually in the real life one is like a red pipe or like a reddy brown pipe that runs along the front. But I kind of like the gold in there. It kind of reminds me of like a bit more of a copper or something like that. So I decided to go that way. Any ideas when I'll hit 500 subs? Or do you mean like any idea when I'll hit it? Or any ideas for what I'll do when I hit it? Because I know the first thing I do when I hit 500 subs is do a post. Because I can do it at that point, which is cool. But if you're talking about what I'll do, yeah, I'm definitely going to make a post. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing some giveaways and stuff like that, but I'm kind of holding off giveaways until I hit the 1,000, I think. I think that's a bit more of a milestone sort of goal for me that I'm aiming for. So I probably will wait until then. To do giveaways, but yeah, pretty much like 500 subs. I'm gonna start doing a bit more community posts and stuff like that, obviously, because that's something I can do, and I'm pretty excited about being able to actually directly talk to people, let people know what's going on as well. Hopefully get out there a little bit more. I mean, I do a lot of that on Instagram, but maybe not so much, or definitely not so much on YouTube, so because I can't. Is that where you met, Mateo? Definitely going to keep that red. You guys been building anything recently? Ben, I know you've been working on that clone base. How's that coming on? Oh, okay. What's that one, Ben? Or is it a secret? Yeah, I hear you there. I felt the same way about Galaxy's Edge sometimes, especially like because I really wanted to finish off Docks, but that's kind of why I started on the milk stand, because I just need to something different to think about. It's just a lot to keep sort of going. Some pieces. Also. Hey Jay Hill. Ah, cool. Thanks, buddy. It's always good when kind of new people find me and then they get really, they go and catch up on everything. It's cool because sometimes they bring up stuff that like I'd forgotten about. And like I said, I would say something in an earlier episode, and then generally like I've stuck to it, but then there's sometimes when I've gone to deviate a little bit. Okay, see you, Matteo. Thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, I might have deviated a little bit from that for some reason, and it's just interesting to look back. Like I actually looked back on the very first episode, which was like felt like forever ago when I did the first planning episode for this one. And yeah, it was a long time. I'm going to make this section pretty dark. Went to see United. Happy customer within this week. Hey Jedi Dude Cam. yeah, it was a little bit of trial and error, especially with the rotundas. The rotundas were the hardest part. Just because, like, if you look at all of the pieces of that rotunda, it's like a big circular outer building that's different than from the inner building. So I had to sort of build it had to be a thick wall, but it had to curve, and it also needed to then have a kind of tiled, not even tiled, like a stone, a rounded stone floor and a dome roof. Like, honestly, don't think I could have picked anything harder to do. Especially if this is like really my first big MOC. Like, I've just done sort of smaller ones, but yeah, I certainly picked I picked a doozy to start with. But I'm glad I did, because it was it's been a real challenge to get through it, and I'm hoping that it all kind of pays off with the rest of it. I think the less, and I've said this to a few people recently, is that I think less of the I feel like it will take off more now in terms of the rate of building, because it's less about trying to figure out how on earth I'm going to actually create a good looking rotunda. It's more about now just building, because I know generally techniques that I want to use for the other buildings. So it's going to be a lot less trial and error. I'll be building it and I'll know that that's how I want to build something. So a little bit different in that regard, I guess. Yeah, for everyone joining, just putting together the milk stand here, and yeah, we're just putting together the milk stand. Yeah, I thanks for that. That the chandelier was actually a lot of fun. That was probably a nice departure, and I guess that's how I've dealt with the whole with burnout. Basically, you know, a lot of people say you know, oh, I always get burnt out doing bigger ones and that type of thing. I think the best thing for me is that I've broken it up as best I can. So like, I try and pick little parts. Like with the interiors of Doc Ondas, I've basically been I've really changed it so that it's got like, I just pick a head or something and it almost turns into like something that goes up on the wall, and then it turns into like a little mini build, which is fun. So you might notice I'm actually kind of rebuilding this this little spire. I broke it the other day because I needed the pieces for something else in Doc Ondas, but then I just got these new pieces back in, so I'm probably still going to change this up a little bit, just with a couple of extra pieces. And that's the main thing now, is that it'll be piece related, which will change. Trying to keep this sort of rusty vibe to this front little section here. I haven't figured out quite how I'm going to tile this either at the front. I want to use sort of some different tile techniques. Some of it I want to sort of build sideways, a bit more snot. Hey Brickmad Sam, how you going, man? Is your banner video out yet? I can't wait. I keep seeing all these images on Instagram. Thanks, Jay Hill. Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Jax Bricks. How you going, mate? Yeah, Andy, all these teasers are killing me. Yeah, Jax, your Genesis build looks awesome sauce. I don't know if you guys do this too. Like, when I build, I pick pieces that I want to try and build, but then other times, if it's not working or it's not in my brain, I'll jump over to another section and start building that. And then sometimes that then triggers off how I can build that new section. So like just there, like I was kind of struggling with how I was going to kick off this rounded wall that I wanted to do, this one here. But I've just had a bit of an idea about how I'm going to do it, or at least how I'm going to start it. Crushing the teasers. I just want you to show me. Show me. I mean, the good thing is that like it's definitely going to be awesome Brickmechanics. So like it's not like you're setting us all up for a fall or anything. It's going to be sick, man. Oh yeah? Was it through the MOC contest? Brickmechanics is good like that. He seems to bring the community together, which is cool. There you go, Andy. You get yourself a shout out for being awesome. You can't. You can try. I suppose you could. Just sub with your shorts channel. Isn't that how it works? You can both be friends with one another. Yeah, okay. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Spelling says breaks. Berksinix. Part of the Berksinix channel. Andy, when you finally get to like a bajillion subscribers, you should create another channel, call it Berksinix. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna do it. Like myself often. Anyone looking at any other MOCs that are standing out to them recently? I know, like, thoughts on the accessory packs. The clone one definitely, for me personally, is awesome, and the reason why is that I have a woefully inadequate clone army. Like, I'm talking like 2 clones. It's pathetic. I've basically spent all my time. Most of my collection is like UCS stuff. That's what I like to collect because I generally like to just put on the shelf. But then since I've really started getting back into MOCs, and I realized that I need to up my, basically just up my armies, right? So the accessory packs for the clone ones look really great. I know that a lot of people were kind of a bit disappointed by them, that they're P1, but I kind of like the design of the P1s. I mean, yeah, like the P2s are really cool, right? And I know people like were dying to get a Cody, like a phase 2 Cody. Yeah, right. Like they look cool, especially like plain clones. They just look great. So personally, I was really excited by that because it means I can actually start to rebuild my army for not my house worth of money. Because I really need to be spending, like, I spend basically all my cash at the moment. Like I'm not even going to get I'm not looking at getting the AT-AT anytime soon because I just can't justify it. I have to buy pieces for Batuu, and that's where my kind of focus lies. The Hoth one, I mean, it makes sense they did Hoth because they just brought out the AT-AT, but personally, like, again, this is totally a personal thing, and I know I probably will buy a couple, but I won't use them as a Hoth army. Like, I'll literally buy them to have Star Wars pieces that I can use on other characters and like fig bash them. So that I can fig bash them together, but like not really for Hoth. I'm kind of over Hoth, I guess. Like, it's just so, it's been done a lot, and I like, yeah, my camera turns off. Like it's got like a mechanism on it. It's like a mechanical thing with the, it's a Canon Mark IV, so I've got to just, when it flicks off, occasionally I've got to just flick it back on. I'm looking at getting a new one. Hopefully my wife isn't watching because she doesn't know yet. Not that I'd buy it without asking. But yeah, like I think, of course the accessory packs are good. I think it's a massive it's a great thing for building, like building armies. And so yeah, I'm behind this. Oh yeah. Yeah, First Order Snowtroopers look cool. The thing that I don't know, like obviously Batuu that I'm building is like it's sequel era at the parks, but I think people are a bit sort of done. Like I don't think like the sequel era has never really taken off that much with you know, because of there's so much conjecture over the movies and that type of thing. I think that I don't really want to go too far on the sequel route, even though I've built Batuu, right? But my idea is that I wanted to tell some of the stories. Cheers, Ben. Thanks for dropping in again, mate. Hopefully I'll get to see you next week. Hopefully I can tell some of the stories from the Clone Wars era on Batuu as well, because like Thrawn went there and a few of those things. But I guess the point I'm making on the First Order and the sequel trilogy is that I think it's a cool thing to try and build some of those things up, and for people to tell good other stories around the sequel trilogy. I think that there's a lot of opportunity to sort of to build, you know, MOCs in that era, as opposed to just going back and recreating the same stuff over and over again. And so, like, unless you're going to do something like really crazy with Hoth, like there was a Hoth the other day that I saw. I can't remember the name of the build up, but it was like the size of his bed, and like that was cool, you know, or like a different style or something like that. And I get, like, if you just really love something and you want to do that scene, I totally get it. I guess I've never really felt that way about Hoth, just because it's just snow. But yeah, I'd actually really like them to bring out something like some of the Jedi Fallen Order stuff. Like if Lego was to do that. But I really like people to do the like call on the games, or maybe even like Old Republic stuff. Like I know, Andy, you're talking about maybe doing some Old Republic stuff would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think that those things will be the things that start to tie the sequel trilogy up a bit more, and people will start to go, oh, okay, you know, like the Clone Wars for me, like watching Clone Wars Season 7 and getting closer and closer to like Revenge of the Sith timing, it enhanced Revenge of the Sith for me. And like, I'm not a big prequels guy, like I guess I was more the original trilogy, but since watching Clone Wars, I'm more keen on some of the events of the prequels because they brought them together. And I think that that's what Mando and Boba Fett and Obi-Wan series will do. I think that they'll bring some of those things. Maybe not Obi-Wan, but I think Mando definitely, and Book of Boba Fett, the First Order coming about, I think will be a thing. And I don't think that Favreau and Filoni will just do away with it. I think they'll enhance it, and they'll somehow make it more plausible than what it is, because they'll give it context. seen some crazy giveaways recently. You guys noticed those? Oh yeah, sick. Looking forward to that, Brickmechanics. What about you, Jax? You just waiting on parts? Yeah, it's getting there. There's it's a little bit tricky at the moment because I'm trying to get a nice balance of the size relative to the rest of it, because I'm kind of going with this kind of stylized size. It's like a playset size, not minifigure, but it's still quite large, and it's not playset. But yeah, so the first version I did, I actually liked if I was just looking at the milk stand itself. But I feel like every time I touch this, it's getting closer and closer back to that original, the one I did on the very first live. So many ways to create just subtle curves with Lego, hey? I know, I hear you on the more orders thing. The hardest part is sometimes that, like, the way that I work anyway, I sometimes don't know what I need. So like there might be like one or two parts where I'm like, I 100% need them. So I've started having to make like a list. So I basically have this running list that whenever I don't have a part that I really want or I need, I just write it down, like instantly write it down. And then I try and pick that up on the fly. And there's parts that I've discovered that I just use all the time, like functional ones or whatever. I don't know if you guys think that, but I often just end up picking up like pieces, like random pieces, trying to get a visual sort of look on it. I'm actually tossing up, I'm not sure, to be honest, what part of Batuu I'm going to work on next after Doc's finished. I've got the first order base, and I'd love to get what you guys want to do. Yeah, I do use wanted list, but I don't use Bricklink, to be honest. I use Brickowl more. But it's not so much like, I can use wanted lists, but the thing is that I buy a lot of secondhand. So if I buy secondhand, then I sort it. I often find the pieces that I want. So I don't know. I tried using wanted lists, but like it just never seems to work out. Or then I don't track when I actually get the new pieces in, and so I don't subtract them out. And then I don't know. Like I'm sure I can get better at that, but I don't really have the time. I'm more just trying to get the MOC finished. And I found that writing it down is just like, it's easy. It's easy enough for me. But yeah, like I'd like to get, I'd like to get your guys' opinion on what part you would like to see done next. And like, I know it's not necessarily meaning that you guys need to know Batuu or anything, but like I will quickly just share. Someone share. I wonder if you guys can see. I might just show you guys this on my screen. Just gonna make this a little bit bigger. Just a bit bigger. So like I've got this one. That's the milk stand there, but I've got a first order base that I've got to do, which is like very where is it? Yeah, so the first order base is this. It's like a like an imperial base. I'm actually going to change it a fair bit, but I'm looking at like an imperial base, kind of like this, which would be very different from the rotunda, which I'm kind of thinking might be a really cool idea. Plus, then I get to build this. I'm going to do the echelon fighter, so that's another option where I could just go to like a vehicle, which could be something really different. Or I'm looking at either the droid depot, which is this. Actually, it's more of this. Right, this is probably one. I'm actually excited about building this one just because I'm gonna do mechanics. So I'll be working on like this will basically have like a moving parts, so that in the actual MOC all of the pieces will move around. And also there's like a conveyor belt at the back as well, which will also kind of move. So I'm looking forward to this one. But this one, I'm tossing up whether or not, I'd really like to do this one, but I'm tossing up whether or not I need to do another hard mined one, which this one will be because I'm trying to do all the powered stuff, or whether or not I just build something that's like more on the side of the first order base. I'm not sure which one. I don't want to do another rotunda yet. I've got like 3 of them to go. Obviously I'm working on the milk stand. I probably will do Savvy's workshop because I need to do that before the marketplace. And the marketplace, this I think is going to be my favorite part of the build. So I'm just getting there. So we'll see where that's going to be the last one, I think, or close to the last one, because I am excited about this one. Just so many cool bits and pieces in here, like it's going to be a lot of fun just making all the market stalls and that. So yeah, that's I don't know, what do you guys think? I've moved the wrong thing. Yeah, I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on what you think would be a good idea to do next, and what you guys would like to see. So I guess the options, just to go over them again, are first order base, or droid depot, or the echelon fighter, which is a vehicle. Those are the 3 options. For smaller curves, these ones, I don't know if you can see that. The 1x2 with rounded corners and holes, they're like the best things in sliced bread. Unless you don't eat sliced bread. Still have to keep it on time. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, Jax. I was kind of leaning that way. It's something I haven't done. It's, I'm I'm a bit keen on doing some kind of just straight up greebling, which like I'm a bit excited about, and the design of the ones I'm looking at for this one look pretty cool. So I feel like I can do that sort of a bit more compartmentalized, the first order base. So I think that may be the way to go, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's good to get your feedback. So that's if that's the way you think I should go, I may just go that way, unless someone else has a counter argument. I swear, the more and more I build this, it ends up getting bigger and more back to what it was when I first built it. So I've got to be careful here. But I think we're starting to get somewhere. So there you go, that's what I'm thinking for the round wall there. Aha, that one also. Get out of there. Need some clips. Something here. I'll have to buy some red 1x1s, I think. This is going to be tricky. Mina watching. Yeah, cool, sold. First order base it is, I think. I was really leaning that way, so I'm glad you guys said that. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I'll go for the... I was thinking that too, mechanics, just to get a bit more... I think the words you use are perfect It's a little bit more mainstreamy. And that should just compartmentalized as well. I think that's what I like about it. Just notice there's a couple of tiles in there that need to be fixed up. And I wanted to put those in. Did any of you guys see the first order MOC contest entries and the winners? Man, I was a big fan of Realbus stuff. His Vader Immortal was really cool. I really liked that one. Also, LS is it LCS or is it LSC? I can never remember. But he's I liked his MOC as well. The second place one. That was really cool. Maybe I need to build this all snot. Oh yeah, that would have sucked. That would have been cool if you had been able to get your banner in there. Yeah, there's some good entries. See you, mechanics. I will catch you on the flip side. What about you, Jax? You've been following any other MOC builders? Any good ones caught your eye? Always on the lookout. Yeah, man, coconut's awesome. He's and he tries really ambitious stuff too, which I like that. I like that about him. Plus, he just seems like a really cool guy. But I like his the bridge. The whole idea of having the sort of suspended bridge thing is really cool, and that excites me for sure. Probably only gonna go for another 10 minutes, but I'm gonna have a wonder. I've got time to try this. Definitely gonna have to look up some different techniques for this one. See what I can get out of it. Might have to be like a real mixture. I've got to get this curve in here, but then I've also got to get some sort of extruded piece on it. Maybe I have to do it front ways. Tricky this bit. Yeah, definitely looks hard to sort of make that city work for sure, and just like the actual weight and kind of balancing all of that stuff as well, just super hard. Man, hats off to him when he gets it done, and he will get it done. He'll get it figured out, and it's going to look awesome. The man is a genius. All right, thanks for dropping by, Jax. Hope I'll catch you next time. Take care, buddy. Put a white one on that one, I reckon might work. Alright, cool. Well, unfortunately I haven't made that much progress this morning, but I've managed to get a bit of an idea, I think, about how I'm going to do this curve section. Whether or not I get to the point where I do really get a lot of this tightness in there. I may not be able to do it just because I don't have, it's because of the scale, so I may just need to put some sort of greebly thing in there. But yeah, I think it's a decent enough, it's a decent idea. It should look pretty good with what's in there and just give it a bit of different texture as well. Yeah, there you go. So thanks guys for dropping by, and hope to catch you guys all next stream. Not sure 100% what I'll be doing. It probably won't be the milk stand because I'll be looking to finish that one up pretty soon. I'm waiting on some parts, as I said, so it's likely going to be, I might actually start the first order base. I think will be a good one to get moving and start putting together. So yeah, that will be the next one, and I'll start that one live for sure next week. Okay, so thanks everyone. May the bricks be with you.